Hey folks, want to come on here and shoot a quick solo podcast. This one's going to be a bit about London, England. Yesterday was about Paris, France. We talked about it being the number one AI hub in Europe. We talked about the EU and America being each other's largest trading partners. We also got into livability. So we'll try to keep this around 15 minutes. I haven't got the feedback yet to make it shorter or longer. It's just my personal preference. So we'll get into it. Just quickly, there are quite a few Londons, depending on how you define it, geographically, historically, or globally. You might be talking about several different places. By the way, there is some construction going on in the background. Hopefully, you cannot hear it. Number one, the two Londons in England. Most popular are surprised to learn that there are technically two different Londons right in the centre of the UK. Greater London. This is the massive metropolis, of 9 million people. That is a lot bigger than Paris and Dublin. It's almost, if you add them together, I think yesterday, let me just double check this. Yeah, we got into Paris being about 2 million and the population of Dublin, Ireland being about 1.46. So if you add them together, if Dublin and Paris, it's about 3.4 million. And if you multiply that 3 times, then you get the size of London, which, so it's a, give or take, probably two, let me just double check this. I think it's, yeah, it's definitely, just one sec. If it's, yeah, it's about 2.6 times, 2.64 times, give or take. Could be slightly off, but which is, yeah, it's a, Greater London is just, it's a big, big place. Massive, as I stated. People are, 9 million people that most people mean when they say London. It contains 32 boroughs like Camden, Greenwich, and Hackney. The city of London, often called the Square Mile, this is a tiny ancient city in the middle of Greater London. Kind of like Dublin, it has the metropolitan area and then it has the Dublin City. Some people talk about the inner city as well, but we just mentioned Dublin City, and that's in Dublin City Council. It's the ancient city in the middle of Greater London. It has its own police force, its own Lord Mayor, and its own laws. It's the historic heart of the financial district. The international copycats, because of the reach of the British Empire, there are at least 29 places named London across the globe. You have London, Ontario, Canada, the most famous other London. It even has its own Thames River and Oxford Street and Covent Garden Market. It's a major city in its own right with over 400,000 people. London, Kentucky, USA, a small city famous for hosting the World Chicken Festival celebrating Colonel Sanders. London, Kiribati, a settlement on a tropical coral atoll in the Pacific Ocean. I don't know why I'm laughing, but yeah. I've never heard of it before, maybe that's why. East London, South Africa, a large coastal city known for its surfing and beautiful beaches. Number 3, London of the past and future. Londinium, this was the original Roman London, founded around 47 AD. Today you can still find parts of the Roman wall and ruins hidden under modern skyscrapers. Quotation marks, London on a sea. This is a popular nickname for the seaside town of Southend-on-Sea because so many Londoners move there for the coast. Fascinating. And we'll just get into this a bit more. A bit of the background of London. That was on Gemini, Google Gemini. This is on ChatGPT. I think we'll get into Perplexity soon, but not yet. Maybe soon. London is the capital city of England and the United Kingdom, and it has a very long and important history. Early beginnings, we already talked about it. London was founded by the Romans around, this says AD 43. So let's just, when was London founded? 47 to 50. Interesting. Keep going for the moment. Probably have to double check. Check. Yeah, let's just get into it on the AI overview on Google. London's history spans, the most reliable I've come to find, London's history spans over 2,000 years, starting with the Roman settlement of Londinium, which we already got into, around 47 AD, growing into a major port after declining after Roman rule and re-emerging as a medieval trading hub. The Norman conquest of 1066 solidified its importance, leading to the Tower of London. The city exploited during the Industrial Revolution to become the world's largest city and capital of a global empire. Enduring events like the Great Fire in 1066 and the Blitz World War II evolving into a diverse global financial centre it is today. And you can go into the history of London, even if you watch Vikings, there's a bit about it. Yeah, super interesting. There's a few things to note as well. Let's get into a bit more detail, I suppose, of the history. London, and the city capital of England and the United Kingdom, has a very important and very long and important history. Early beginnings, London was founded by the Romans in AD 43. It says 47. This is on ChatGPT. I'm just going to go 47 for the moment. Maybe it was 43. So it says 43. So somewhere around that. Called Londinium. It began as a small settlement along the River Thames, which has made it a good place for trade and transport. After the Romans left, London declined for a while and later grew again under Anglo-Saxon rule. Medieval period. By the Middle Ages, London had become England's largest city. It redeveloped as a centre for trade, government and religion. Famous events including the Black Death 1348 and the Peasants' Revolts in 1381. 16th to 18th centuries. During the Tudor period, London expanded rapidly. The city suffered major disasters like the Great Plague in 1665 and the Great Fire of London in 1666, which destroyed much of the city. After the fire, London was rebuilt with better planning and stronger buildings. Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries, London became the world's largest city. It was the heart of the British Empire and a global centre for industry, finance and culture. Rapid growth also brought problems like overcrowding and population. Modern London. London was heavily bombed during World War II but recovered afterward. Today it is one of the world's most diverse and influential cities. It is a global hub for finance, education, culture, politics and tourism. London is known for landmarks. Geez, you need more food, have a snack, or some water. London is known for landmarks such as Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, the Tower of London, and the London Eye. It remains a city that blends history with modern life. Fascinating. I think it's only, I know there's a large, about 90%, 80 to 90%, I think it's 90% of the podcast listeners are from Dublin, Ireland. Or from Ireland anyway. So let's just double check something. I think it's an hour and 18 minutes. It's about 1 hour and 15 minutes. So pretty straightforward if you want to travel there, especially in a business context. If you're in university or business school, which you talked about, there being 4 triple accredited business schools in Ireland anyway. I think 3 in Dublin, and then 1 in UL or Limerick. So yeah, hopefully maybe we'll get on someone from the business schools, or definitely Trinity Business School over the next while, the next few episodes. Let's get into this a bit more. The business of London, making a bit of a context. London's business landscape in late 2025 is defined as a cautious recovery. While the capital remains the UK's primary economic engine, we're trying not to talk about economics too much, so there's a podcast out there. Businesses are currently navigating a complex mix of high-growth tech and a squeeze on traditional retail and hospitality. The economic snapshot, December 2025, GDP growth, London's economy is forecast to grow 1.9% for the full year 2025, outpacing the rest of the UK. This marks a return toward pre-pandemic growth levels after a sluggish 2023 to 24. The Golden Quarter reality. Despite the festive season, business output saw a sharp dip in November. Many firms are adopting a wait-and-see approach due to the rising labour costs and fiscal uncertainty following the autumn budget. Employment, paradoxically, while the economy is growing, the employment index hit a 14-year low last month. Businesses are focusing on productivity gains, often through AI rather than aggressive hiring. Super interesting. AI keeps popping up on the podcast. It was a 2025 megatrend. That was on episode 44. High growth sectors. The business of London is shifting, and I haven't heard that term before, business of London. This is just me talking about London in a business context. The business of London is shifting rapidly toward deep tech and specialized services, AI and data centers. London is currently the primary hub for a massive national expansion in data centers. 17 new centers are planned for Greater London, projected to add £44 billion to the economy by 2035. Financial services, the city remains the world's leading exporter of financial services. I think it's the second biggest financial hub in the world. Let's double check that. However, there is a major pivot towards sustainable finance and fintech as firms race to meet new green regulatory standards. The West Tech Corridor, that's quotation marks, a major development focus for this year has been the West Tech Corridor, White City to Old Oak, which is becoming a global magnet for life sciences and robotics. Current challenges impact on London business. Wage inflation, 30% of businesses cite labour costs as the main reason for raising prices in January 2026. Space and housing, high rents in the CAZ, Central Activity Zone, which is the first time I'm hearing about that, are forcing some mid-sized firms, this is on Gemini and Google, to relocate to outer boroughs or satellite cities. Supply chain, geopolitical tensions continue to rise. Tariff stocks making logistics a top 3 concern for London manufacturers. The return to office status, quotation mark, with return to office as of December 2025, the hybrid model has stabilized. Londoners are in the office an average of 3 days a week. And this has led to a fight to quality in the real estate market. Older offices are struggling, while premium retrofitted green buildings in the city and Canary Wharf are seeing record high demand. Fascinating. What else? Sort of missing. London is one of the most important. Let's get into this. It's on ChatGPT. We are 12 minutes in. London is one of the most important business cities in the world. It is a strong, diverse economy and a major center for global trade, finance, and services. We've talked about the Square Mile, City of London, historic heart, home of Bank of England, LSE, and numerous financial and legal firms, Canary Wharf, Mayfair, Global Reach, a leading centre for foreign exchange, bond trading and insurance, history and innovation, a long history boosted deregulation, Big Bang embracing new markets like swaps and sustainable finance, talent and capital, attracts deep pools of international capital, skilled professionals, legal and professional services, strong integration, legal professional services. Let's go back to where we were. Financial services, London's best known for its financial sector. We already got into this. The City of London is a global financial district where major banks, insurance companies, and investment firms are located. It is the home to the London Stock Exchange, one of the largest stock markets in the world. London also leads the foreign exchange trading, handling large amounts of global currency every day. Business district, the City of London, finance, banking, insurance, Canary Wharf, international banks, corporate headquarters, West End, retail, media, and entertainment, Silicon Roundabout, Shoreditch, I've never heard of that before, technology and startups. These areas support different types of business and job creation opportunities, international trade. London has also strong connections with countries around the world. Many multinational companies choose London because of its global links, use of the English language, and reliable legal system. It acts as a bridge between Europe, the Americas, and Asia. Technology and innovation. London has a fast-growing technology sector, especially in the financial technology, fintech. Fascinating. Software development and digital services. This is on ChatGPT. Startups and innovation hubs attract young entrepreneurs and investors from around the world. Creative and service industries. London is also a strong fashion, advertising, film, music, publishing, and tourism. In fashion, advertising, film, music, publishing, and tourism. These creative industries are an important part of the economy and can make London a global cultural capital. Transport and infrastructure. London's business success is supported by excellent transport links, including major airports such as Heathrow, railways, roads, and public transport. This makes it easier for people and goods to move in and out of the city. Importance of business to London. Business in London provides millions of jobs, attracts international investment, supports the UK economy, connects the UK to global markets. So, over the 15 minutes, which is okay. I suppose the one thing to know about London, and it is one of the most diverse cities in the world, and this is important to note, especially if you're younger, maybe listening, and you may be thinking about moving to London, or you may want to do business there in the future, or you may, if you've never been there. So let's talk about it a bit. People from hundreds of countries live in London, and many languages, cultures, foods, and traditions are part of everyday life. This diversity influences London's business, culture, education, lifestyle, making the city creative, innovative, and welcoming from all backgrounds. Although, yeah, I'll make it positive as possible. It is a great place. I happen to get my phone taken there, so maybe bring a spare one. But nevertheless, we'll make this as positive as possible. The future of London is focused on growth, innovation, and sustainability. London is expected to continue as a global centre for business and finance, especially in areas like technology, green energy, and financial innovation, fintech. Second time fintech, or third time it's come up, so probably a good place to be if you want to get into that industry. The city, or currently in it, the city is investing in digital technology, artificial intelligence, and creative industries to stay competitive. A major focus for the future is sustainability. London aims to reduce pollution, increase its use of renewable energy, improve public transport, and create more green spaces. Electric buses, cycling lanes, and cleaner energy systems are becoming more common. London is also planning to build more homes and infrastructure to support a growing population, even though I think it's 9 million, which is pretty interesting once we get to 10 million and beyond. Smart city technology will help manage traffic, energy, and public services more efficiently. You get that snack in. Despite challenges such as housing costs and climate change, London's diversity, strong economy, and global connections are expected to keep it an important and influential city for years ahead. There you go. That's London. Let's just finish off with this. Livability of London. Where does it score compared to Paris? We talked about Sydney and Dublin. I think Sydney is the highest city we talked about. Then it's Paris, then Dublin. For those of you who don't know, let's just check this up. I didn't know, so something I've gone into over the last year or so. Livability scores 17 minutes, which is okay. London's livability in 2025 is a tale of two cities depending on which global index you look at. London is either the best city in the world or a city facing significant decline in quality of life. Here is a breakdown of London's livability scores in December 2025. The highs: world's best city, resonance, and GPCI. For the 11th year in a row, London has been named the world's best city by Resonance Consultancy. I think Paris was named the best city. Yes, so maybe we'll stick to one of the global livability index. Wait and see. And the top city in the global power city index, the GPCI. Why these rankings are focused on the magnetism, quotation marks, the city's ability to attract talent, investment, and tourists. Strengths: London scores expectedly high in cultural appeal, connectivity, airports, and tech infrastructure, and economic prosperity. It is currently ranked number one globally for its content industries, quotation mark, and nightlife. The lows: the stability side, the EIU index. In contrast, the Economist Intelligence Unit, EIU Global Livability Index 2025, saw London tumble 9 places, falling to 54th in the world. Why? This index focuses on daily reality for residents rather than global prestige. The stability factor: London's score was dragged down by concerns over civil stability following the riots of late 2024, rising crime rates, and ongoing healthcare crisis. The competition: while London's raw score remained 89.2 out of 100, other cities like Copenhagen ranked 1 and Zurich have improved at a faster rate. The pros: connectivity. The Elizabeth line has an improved bus networks, remain world class. Green spaces: London remains one of the greenest major cities with high scores for park access. Career opportunities: back to a business context, massive growth in AI and biotech hubs, White City / King's Cross. Talked about fintech. The cons: housing crisis, rents have hit record highs in 2025. 1 in 4 renters say they may have to leave the city this year. Cost of living: 75% of Londoners cite this as their number one concern today, the cost of living. That's the second time it's come up. Interesting. Sydney as well, cost of living. And now London, although Sydney is a lot higher than London in the livability scores. Infrastructure strain, record homelessness, and pressure on GP waiting times. I noticed there was a lot more homelessness there when I was there a few months ago, in October, I think, October, November time. Quick stats, overall satisfaction, 65% of Londoners say they are still satisfied with their local area. Safety, only 48% of residents report feeling safe walking their neighbourhood after dark. Global rank, quality of living, 40th on the Mercer scale. And I think we'll finish there. Just thought I'd give a bit of a comprehensive view of London, where it's going, and what's happening there in the business context. We're over 15 minutes. If you want me to keep it under that, just let me know. I'll do my best. I haven't got the feedback yet, so I'll just keep going on. Maybe make a 90-minute one in a sec, or none in a sec in the next episode. So. For those of you that are wondering, just real quick, the EIU Global Livability Index 2025 sees Copenhagen becomes one of the world's most livable cities, and we're changing all different sorts of index. Ending Vienna's reign with the top scores in stability, education, infrastructure, while the global average score remains 76.1 despite falling. Maybe a whole podcast on livability, stability due to geopolitical conflict and improvements in healthcare, education, infrastructure offsetting these dips. Western Europe and Asia Pacific cities dominate the top spots, with challenges like rising instability and the housing crisis. That keeps popping up everywhere. Housing crisis, London, it's popped up in Dublin, maybe not everywhere. You double check. I think it wasn't in Paris or in Sydney, so are impacting rankings. Maybe Paris. You double check that. Let's take it back. Is yes, Paris is experiencing severe housing crisis. Yes, there is severe housing crisis in Sydney. Housing crisis everywhere. If you solve it one place, we can just copy and paste it to other spots around the world. It'd be super helpful. With challenges like rising instability and housing crisis are impacting global rankings globally, with Damascus remaining the least livable city. Key findings: top city, Copenhagen, Denmark. Global average, 76.1 out of 100. Unchanged from 2024. For those of you who don't know where Damascus is, I think it's, trying to make this correct, it's the capital of Syria. So yeah, key findings: top city, Copenhagen, Denmark. Global average 76.1 out of 100, unchanged from 2024. I know we're deviating on a tangent from London, but this is important. Key trend: this is the EIU Global Livability. There's also quality. Yeah, we'll just go with this for the moment. Key trend: declining stability, geopolitical tensions, unrest, counteracted by gains in services, healthcare, education, infrastructure. Dominant regions, we talked about this: Western Europe and Asia Pacific. Least livability, Damascus, Syria at the bottom. Top 10 cities, examples: number 1, Copenhagen, Denmark. I think we mentioned this before. Number 2, Vienna, Austria, previously number 1. Number 3, Zurich, Switzerland. Number 4, Melbourne, Australia. Number 5, Geneva, Switzerland. Number 6, Sydney, Australia. Number 7, Osaka, Japan. Number 8, Auckland, New Zealand. Number 9, Adelaide, Australia. Number 10, Vancouver, Canada. Factors assessed out of 100: its stability, healthcare, culture, environment, education, and infrastructure. Super interesting. And yeah, what else we got? I think that's it. Yeah. If you're looking to visit London for a business context, if you're taking time off work, or if you're a student, or if you're even in secondary school or high school, just a bit of the best time to visit London is in late spring, May to June, or early autumn, September. Why these months are the best? Mild weather, not too cold or too hot. Parks and gardens, by the way, there's other indexes. There's the EIU Livability Index. Livability. The EIU Global Livability Index 2025. And then there is the quality of living index. So we'll just go to the EIU for the moment. So the quality of living index. I end up confusing myself with all these. This is the cost of living index. Top 10 countries in the new BO quality of living index by country 2025. Number 1 is Luxembourg, quality of living. Number 2, Netherlands. Number 3, Denmark. Number 4, Oman. Number 5, Switzerland. Number 6, Finland. Number 7, Norway. Number 8, Iceland. Number 8, Iceland. Number 9, Austria. Number 10, Germany. Number 11, we have Australia. Quality of living. What is quality of living index? Quality of living index refers to a questionnaire that assesses an individual's overall quality of life, QOL, through a series of items where the higher scores indicate better QOL, quality of life. Fascinating. Anyway, let's get back into London. Best times to visit London is usually late spring, May to June, and early autumn, September. Why these months are the best? Mild weather, not too cold, not too hot. Parks and gardens look their best in spring, good for sightseeing and walking around the city, fewer crowds than peak summer. Other times to consider: summer, July to August, warm and lively, but very crowded and expensive. Winter, December, cold but festive in the Christmas lights and markets. Winter, January to Feb, cheaper, quieter but colder and darker. I suppose what the one big takeaway here from London is, it's a massive city with a lot going on. We already talked about it's a number of different factors. The way the fintech is there, financial services, the way it's for years, history, it's been a global center. Talk about hybrid work, going back to the office 3 days a week. One sec, let me just get to this. Take into a meeting maybe. Fun fact, I'm on the Christmas dinner table. Did you know? No, I did not know. Well, there you go. Okay, let's finish this up soon. What do I like? Interesting. Maybe we'll take that takeaway. Take that. I think that just reiterates the points which we talked about. The biggest takeaway from London is its incredible, often surprising blend of deep history with hyper-modern diversity, seeing everything we talked about. From iconic landmarks coexisting with futuristic architecture to a world-class food scene where traditional pub grubs shares a stage with global cuisine, all powered by efficient, vibrant transport like the Tube. It is a city that feels simultaneously ancient and cutting-edge, offering endless discovery. I suppose there's one big thing which we've talked about. What's important to note there? One sec. Where'd it go? I think we said one thing like 3 times now. In short, London is a more powerful and country dominant than ever, but it is reaching a breaking point where its own success is making it uninhabitable for people who make it work. Super interesting. Super interesting. And another one, I suppose, if there's one final one in one sentence, is the one big takeaway on ChatGPT from London is that it is a city where history and modern life exists side by side. And that's it, folks. Thanks for listening.